Hello, I am Wanderer001, and this is a revisit of the Wyze Cam app. There are two things that I learned from my first review of the Wyze Cam version 2. One, I would not say the name of that product right at all throughout the entire video, and people would call me out on it. So, Wyze is the actual name of this app and camera, not Wyze. And two, that aside from the price being ridiculously low for what you get with that camera, or any of the cameras that they sell you, Wyze is thinking into the future and is going to be a very innovative and up-to-date company. In point, changes that were made to the Wyze app. Now, this won't be as thorough of a look at the Wyze app as it was with the version 2 review that I did, which can be found over there if you're interested, but I'm going to be discussing a lot of the changes that were made, and for the most part, in my opinion, most of them have been really good. And there is one thing that I wanted from my previous D-Link camera and that I wish that the Wyze Cam at the time could do, that guess what? It can do it now. So good on you guys for keeping up to date and innovating. With all the pleasantries out of the way, let's take a look at the Wyze Cam app. There have been several changes. This is the main screen. You can see that I still do have two cameras, but I have moved them, both into the living room, just putzing around with them. So, major changes. Up at the top, you have this bell icon, which will allow you to quickly mute notifications from your Wyze products. And I say products because you're going to see they're looking into the future and offering a complete system. Three dots over here in the corner will allow you to add a product, sort your products, edit shortcuts, and cancel. So sorting products means my two cameras. I can move them up and down. I can remove them if I wanted to. And we just select done. We didn't do anything. Edit shortcuts. Well, we don't have any shortcuts yet, but we're going to talk about that. So speaking of shortcuts, what is a shortcut? Well, that's something that will live at the top of the screen there. Selecting add a shortcut, since we don't have any shortcuts yet, we're just going to go through the creation process. We do have to give this shortcut a name, so we're just going to call it test. And next is actions. What do we want this shortcut to do? Well, here we go. New screen, actions. We can turn on all of our notifications. We can turn off all device notifications. We can select actions based on a specific item. So in this case, we're just going to say turn off all notifications. There we go. We can come up there and edit if we wanted to. We're going to save it because we didn't really do anything. You'll notice that when we went into edit that there's a bar here which will allow us to move different actions around. So we're just going to save and go back. So here we have test, one action. We can automate this, meaning if we turn this on, automation, select, we can set a time of day that this automatically happens, which is awesome because this is one of the things that I wanted to do, is be able to have my cameras start monitoring and turn themselves on during the day when I'm not around, but didn't necessarily want to have to turn them off. Well, in the case of previously, unplug them when I got home when I didn't want them recording when my wife and I were around. With automations, you can set a day and time and it will do it for you, which includes turning on and off recording. You can also set it for an event. Now, again, I'm going to select living room if it detects a smoke alarm or motion or sound or the CO2 alarm. Now, granted, for what we're doing, we don't want it to do one of those, but you have the option to do that now. And that is just so cool that you can automate that. And you can add a shortcut button for it if you wanted to. Now, in the case if you automate everything, you don't necessarily need a shortcut button, but we're going to say done because we want that shortcut button. And there we go. There is our shortcut button. We're going to select done. And right there, you can have a listing of shortcuts all the way across the top of that. And bravo, Wyze, for doing that. Automating some of these things that the camera could do is spectacular. Now, another place that has changed greatly and is a little hard to see apparently is this bottom navigation right here. So home will show you your products, currently just the cameras. Events, now there are no events triggered for this. Again, see the full review in the corner there for what this would look like. Discovery allows you to look at people's clips that they have decided to share with the Wyze community. Now in this case, you can kind of see most of these are outdoor pictures here. If we click on one, it will automatically start playing, and here I'm going to assume, yeah, that's going to be a bird that's going to come into frame who apparently was messing with the camera. All right, so this is a Wyze cam pan, and it's looking for the bird. But you can look at other people's stuff that they have chosen, again, chosen to share. Up here in the corner, these dots will allow you to see the newest first, see the oldest first, most viewed, most liked, or canceled, so you can sort these based on what you like. Coming across here, shopping. Currently, Wyze is going to start selling a I'm going to call it a sensor kit. Currently, you can see there are 10 days until the pre-sale ends, and 75% have sold. So there is a shop now where you can purchase things directly through the app. Kind of wish I could get on this, but not sure what my mailing address will be when these officially launch in May. Probably pick some up then. But again, you can see you can pick up the Wyze Cam version 2 or the Wyze Cam Pan, as well as they sell other accessories there. Last is the account. I won't be showing you the account because, again, sensitive information. We're going to come back to the home. Now, living room up top here, this is my Wyze Cam version 2. And we're just going to click into that to open it up. And again, it's going to show you behind the scenes. Yes, hello. That is me filming this review. This area hasn't changed all too much. You still have the ability to turn on and off the sound. You can record. You can use your voice to talk through the camera. You can take a picture. Also have more. So albums, time-lapse, things of that nature. So again, there's that turn off button so you can cut the feed, but we're not going to do that. And I highly suggest being able to automate that. And you can also use IFTT to do functions there. The big thing, and the reason I thought it would be well worth revisiting the application. And again, this works with version 2, not with version 1. So unless they're going to do a firmware update for that. But if we come up here to the settings. So here we have name, event recording. All of this is pretty much the same. Detection, here we go. Alarm, advance. This is what we want. Look, night vision mode, off, auto, on. What this? This is new. Night vision IR lights. You can turn off the IR lights when the camera goes into night vision mode. So you will not get a glare from your window anymore if you have your Wyze Cam pointed outside. This is what I wanted with my D-Link. This is what I wanted Wyze Cam to do originally. They have updated the app. They upgraded the firmware to their device. You can do that now. This is why I think Wyze Cam is going to be a company to contend with. The fact that they listen to customer feedback, and just with a simple firmware update and upgrade to the app, you can now turn off and on your IR lights. Good job, Wyze. Now, I will say, keep in mind, without the IR lights, if you are using this inside your home, unless you have external lights coming from somewhere else, the visibility that you're going to get from the night vision will be a little more limited. But if you have your camera pointed outside and it's using light, in my case, condo complex, there's lights everywhere, but I wanted the night mode to kind of get sharper picture without the IR lights, you'll be okay. So good on you for adding that. And again, I still say the rotate image 180 degrees is something else that I greatly appreciate, being able to have the camera upside down and flip the video feed. So this is actually the big thing that prompted me to do this video review, or this video look back at the Wyze app. So again, sharing, we can come in here, can put your information in there, and that will allow you to share. It will also allow you to put it to that community share that we showed you last time, or that I showed you before. And then device info will show you if there's any firmware or things of that nature. We can restart the device, we can delete the device. And there you go. That is the big change that Wyze Cam has made. And then, of course, right before I was going to publish my video, Wyze Cam came out with something else. And what is that? Up here, group products. Now, this isn't something that I necessarily had asked for, but I know a lot of people wanted them to do this. So we will say test for the purposes of this and select our two cameras. Now you can have several cameras and just group them together. And we're going to select done. Notice on the main screen now, those go away, the little previews, but we have our grouping. So I can go into test and look what happens. In real time, both cameras are going to be playing. Now, I realize that real time can be difficult to discern here, but you could see me waving. I moved the one camera into my kitchen, hoping that it would be visible. So I'm gonna try and throw this hacky sack into the kitchen and see if it shows up on camera. So you can see on top, that's me getting ready to throw the thing, and we'll see if it comes into frame in the kitchen. Hopefully that worked. If not, you can I assure you, these are both live feeds. So you can group your feeds now. You can watch multiple cameras at once. It wasn't something that I was looking for currently because of the size of my residence, but other people wanted to be able to do this, and now you can. Everything else, very similar. There are other products that Wyze is going to be coming out with, and quite frankly, I look forward to that. I really think that for the price point that they're going to be offering a lot of these, it looks like they're sticking to the $20 range. So they are definitely looking to be the good budget solution for a lot of people. And quite frankly, in my opinion, you don't need a more expensive setup with all that you get from Wyze here. Now again, right now I only have the version 2 and the version 1 of Wyze. I don't have a pan. They do look like they're going to have light bulbs in the future, so I will be testing those out. But again, this was a quick revisit of the Wyze app to showcase a lot of the changes that they made, a lot of quality of life things. To me, big reason to look at Wyze over something else is the fact that they listen to their customers and they're innovating. So, I have been Wanderer001. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching.